Hey guys, Jonah here, back again, surfing the world of beer. And we're back on the European road trip by my beer 52 box. And I'm also wearing my Red Hot Chili Peppers top. Probably a bit late, but they have released a new album at the beginning of April. And they've actually played a gig, playing some of their new songs, which I watched on YouTube. Um, the one that the song that they've released is a bit weird. And it's not exactly like some of their old stuff, but John Frusciante is back in the band, so come on. Anyway, enough of that kind of nonsense. And this is the beer we are doing today. It is Obertrumer original. It has a nice young lady on there. If it will focus, hocus pocus, why don't you focus? There we go. Obertrumper. And it's Trummert Private Brewery, Salzburgland. Apparently started in 1601. Look at that young lady there. She has got some massive big steins with big foaming beers. And this is from Zwickel. A full-bodied, natural style Marzen lager, unfiltered, with the subtle cloudiness. 4.8, so almost 5%, and they are in Oberum. And this is a 33. Zwickel. I think I've heard of them before. I think I've had beers. Oops. Don't want to shake it up too much. Look, you got a nice cap with that on, which I think is fantastic. Now, Marzen is interesting because Marzen, if you have ever been to Munich or the Oktoberfest, I've been to Munich. I haven't been to Oktoberfest yet because I would love to go. Let's see. Yep, it's not going to explode because it has been in the fridge. Oh wow, that's cool. Can't quite see what that says. There you go. Certificate of slow brewing quality. That's interesting. I don't usually see a little message on the underside of your cap, but I like that. I think that's kind of cool. So the original Marston's is basically the lager, because it is a style of lager, like a lot of German things, for the Oktoberfest. And I believe if you go back far enough, they brewed it in the spring and put it in somewhere cold, like under the ground or in a cellar or a cave even, and then brought it out at October, well, September, because as we know, the majority of Oktoberfest is actually in September. It's called Oktoberfest because it ends in October, which is kind of bizarre. But anyway, let's get this bad boy into a glass. Yeah, and I've had quite a few different Munich lagers. So it's really interesting that Austria is not that far from Munich. I mean, Munich is in the south. Um, and weirdly, in Germany, people don't like the people from the south. They say, oh, they're silly and stupid and all that kind of stuff. This one is pretty hazy. Head-wise, we do have some head, maybe a fingernail's head. It is kind of sticking around, but we'll see if it stays around for very long. It's not a head like that young lady is holding. Yeah, and that dress is quite cool as well. Yeah, the ladies, and there is a special name for them. The people, they're basically ladies who work in the beer kellers. Jesus Christ, they can carry like 5 or 6 1 litre steins. So we're talking 6 kilos in each hand, plus the glass, which is heavy. And they're carrying it. And when they bang them on the table when they get to you, dude, you've got to go to Munich. Anyway, maltiness on the nose. I wasn't expecting massive hops, to be perfectly honest. Cheers and beers. Let's get in here. Yeah, nice malt sweetness. Oh, that is very nice actually. quite a lot of residual sweetness. Got a little bit of bite from the hops, but not massively so. This is definitely kind of sweeter beer. And the original Marzen, sorry, are a lot darker than this, the German style ones. So, and from what I understand, it's quite difficult to get unless you're in the Black Forest, the deep south of Germany. However, in Austria, you can get them. So it's interesting how a beer style has kind of crossed over some mountains, um, gone into the next country along. Um, yeah, it's interesting how things change over time, isn't it? Especially when they start in 1601 or whatever it was. Wow, 400 years worth of brewing. Oh, that is, yeah, that's really lovely. I don't think um, there's anything else in there apart from malt. Let's see. Organic, malted barley, hops, yeast, and water. Yeah, so that sweetness has to come from the malts. Sometimes you can put extra little bits and bobs in. However, the Europeans, like the Germans, like the Austrians, man, what they can do with malt is absolutely ridiculous. Other people and other countries, and as a home brewer, um, we put other things in our beers to get different flavors, to get different mouthfeels. This is just done with malts, and it's really, really nice, I have to say. Quite well carbonated, as I usually say. Um, but lagers are supposed to be like that, aren't they? Ah, doesn't seem to do justice drinking that type of beer in a 33 bottle. It's a small one. I mean, you could, I guess, be working in the fields, and then go to the bar, walk to the bar on the way home on a hot summer's afternoon, or late summer's afternoon, I should say. Have one of those or a couple of those, knock them back to quench your thirst, and then off to your house. I am quite liking that. Lager, as you probably know, because I say it sometimes, is not my most favourite style. However, the Germans and the Austrians, they can do wonderful things with lager that other countries just can't do. So, shalom to these guys. How do you say it? Zweikel. Obertrumer. Really, really cool. Liking that beer. And guys, I will see you for another beer review real soon. And until then, take care of yourselves and shalom.